and welcome to a brand new Five Heart podcast live on a Thursday night on Coronation's YouTube, Facebook, and X. I'm Greg Mahochko. This is the man with the plan, 250 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, Fred Sacco. And joining us, better late than never.
What?
The face that runs the place.
What?
Minnie Hunt.
How am I late?
I don't know, but I knew it was time to start the show when Husker Chuck says, I made it on time.
Good job, Husker Chuck. And everybody else. I'm sorry I'm late.
So, and she's gone again. Fred, how are you, bud? Fred, you're muted, bud.
It's my first day. Sorry. Yeah. Doing good. How about all of you? I'm the only one wearing red too, by the way, but that's all right.
Hold on. No, you're not.
There we go.
There you go. Minnie, where's your red? Come on.
That's the old, that's that 94-ish hat, right?
Yes. 90s era.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
That's
Minnie,
the Tom Osborne hat.
Where's your red?
It's still in mourning. It's
Okay.
been a rough off season.
How? Never mind. All right.
It's at this point, we're used to losing coaches and players. So whatever, I'm not really too upset about this past week. Upon further reflection, at the time you hear things, you get anxious and irritated, but yeah, it's going to be okay.
We do just have to kind of trust that Matt Rhule knows what he's doing, right?
Trust the process.
Yeah. But it would be nice if we heard something along those lines from him.
But how is it in this time? I check out. I don't pay attention. Do they do a lot of press conferences, Matt Rhule-wise, at this point? I don't believe they do.
Well, he has in the past, especially the first year he was here. We were hearing from him every week. We had something to talk about.
Somebody should ask Matney. Maybe it'll be on his podcast.
Yeah, this is our podcast. It's not Matt Rhule's. So.
Hell of a title.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great title.
That person who came up with that title, genius.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart.
Got it going on upstairs, if you know what I mean.
It does. Getting interrupted 18,000 times will do that to a man.
And the originator of the boob light.
Yeah, I miss it.
Might want to give Greg a moment. Perhaps a tissue. Melissa Gitchell's here. Sorry, I'm just seeing.
Yay, Melissa's here. And Nebraska Strong.
Nebraska Strong here says, did you see that Dylan Raiola is switching to tight end? Not true. That's Dayton Raiola, who committed to Oregon as a tight end.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to do it then. I'd heard that was the rumor if he went. All I heard was that he committed. I didn't hear that he was moving to tight end. Huh. Good for him. Shows willingness to adjust. Wow. Something unusual for that family.
I feel like it's only a matter of time until Donovan is named like an associate administrative offensive line coach. I feel like Dom is just up there pulling the strings and making sure everybody gets a payday.
I think Donovan will be the CFO, Chief Fries Officer for Oregon.
FFO?
Yeah.
French Fry Officer?
I think Donovan Raiola could actually be a good recruiter for them. He has...
Wow. Sorry, broke the F word thing early, but my goodness.
He has connections to Hawaii and the Polynesian Islands.
So does Magnum PI. So what?
Don't all the Raiolas have that connection though? I mean, there's a reason that the West Coast teams are much more successful in recruiting players from the islands. right? I mean, part of it's proximity, but there are larger population centers. I don't know, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean? Like out west than there are in, let's say, Kansas City or Omaha or Chicago.
It goes to almost about to BYU because they always seem to historically have a lot of guys from that region as well. Yeah, but
I think, and I'm not trying to be. I know it sounds racist, and I apologize. I'm not trying to
maybe
do
just
that.
stop right there before you go any further. How about that?
Well, and I'm also not trying to like bring religion into it.
Oh shit! Why don't you just no? Greg, can you make her zoom off into the corner or something for a second?
Hold on, I'm preparing for this the only way I know how.
I don't think it's offensive what I'm going to say. I think there's a lot.
I don't know if it's your place as a white woman to judge what's offensive or not.
I got some wine, so I'm good too. Let's
here we go. All right, I'm ready.
Gird your loins, everybody.
No, I don't think it's offensive. I think that the Polynesian Islands were a target for Mormon missionaries. Is that fair to say?
Don't know anything about that fake church.
I'm used to be a Catholic, but I gave it up for Lent. So
okay, I think both things that you guys said was way more offensive than what I said.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
The Mormon church is a cult.
Oh my. Okay. Well, to any of our Mormon friends, which I know for a fact we do have Mormon friends here.
We do?
I apologize on Greg's behalf.
We do?
Yes.
Love it how she apologizes on Greg's behalf for saying nothing bad, but whatever. Anyways, moving on. Roger Moore, tell us to move on.
It's time.
A long story short, Dayton, too many D's, just like, probably Dylan's report card. But too many Raiolas in the kitchen. He's going to play a tight end now, allegedly. Good for him.
Yes.
Hey, gotta see the field somehow.
It is not still football season, although I wish it were.
You ready for more pain and suffering, Minnie?
You know what I discovered, Greg? Looking back, it's okay to like other teams too.
Nope.
Nope.
Not if they play in the same division. Not if they play at the same level of the FBS. No. You can only have one FBS team.
No, that's not true.
Fred?
Yeah, it's true. It's damn true. I only root for us. That's all I can do.
Andrew says lies. Raji disagrees.
And it takes everything I can to just watch us anymore, let alone some other team.
Love Nebraska. Hate everyone else. Thank you, Andrew. Nebraska.
I have a question.
Minnie has a side team.
Well, here's what I found out.
Indiana's about to become my side team. Tell you what.
Yes. Here's what I found out. In watching other games this season on any given Saturday, I found out that there's some pretty good teams out there to watch.
Yeah, a lot of teams were better than Nebraska.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun.
That's not saying you can you can say that there are better teams, sure, but you can't say that you can like other teams.
Why?
Because that questions your loyalty to Nebraska.
It actually does not.
Never take sides against a family, Minnie. Watch The Godfather.
I love The Godfather.
Well, you're not listening to him.
Rostovsky, I will take advice from because he likes Miami, right?
Yeah.
He was a Miami fan way before he was a Husker fan, and he is a very dedicated Husker fan of all Husker sports, which I admire.
That's right. while we're talking about Rostovsky and his love of all Husker sports, guess who's working on a baseball preview? Because it's almost time.
Minnie's working on it?
No, Aaron is, and you can check that out when it's done on CornNation.com.
I will be there waiting with bated breath. I said bated.
You get one FBS team. Only one. You have to give it 100% of your heart.
Okay.
If you can't do that, if you're only giving it 99% or whatever, then no. Not welcome.
That excludes a lot of fans, just so you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I only want the people who are all in, not most away.
You sound like you're Matt Rhule right now.
Greg went all caps.
He basically sent everyone packing that was not all in. That was not OU. He sent everyone. If you're not all in, go. Shoo. You were going to get paid the most out of any special teams coach. You were going to be given it an extension. Heck, now we find out he could be the safeties coach because we just lost our safeties coach. If he waited around long enough, he could have been also the safeties coach.
Well,
I don't think that would have kept him here. Honestly, I think it was linebackers, and I think it was assistant head coach title is what he wanted, and they weren't willing to give it to him. And it's good. He can go. He can do whatever he's got to do.
Greg, don't let it go to your head. Oh my gosh. These people.
These people.
What do you mean, these people?
The people that are here for Thursday night. Guys, we are not going to give up on Thursday nights ever.
The simpletons.
Andrew Curtis says, I'm a huge fan of Blue Mountain State, and that's the only other accepting. That is acceptable.
I like that, Andrew. Yes.
I don't know if Minnie knows about Blue Mountain State, though.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fictional show about a fictional college with fictional football.
Oh,
you may like. It's a comedy.
I like comedies.
I don't know if you can laugh.
What do you mean?
She deals with us. I'm sure she can laugh. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Blue Mountain? What was it called?
Blue Mountain State, not Blue Chew Mountain State, Husker Chuck.
That's Greg's side hustle. He
whoa.
Okay, got it. Well, what if on a given Saturday, I just want to watch good football?
Then why would you watch Nebraska?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay, let's pretend we're in the let's pretend we're in the season is going. Okay, the Huskers have already played.
Okay,
it's Saturday morning. Huskers played. They won, by the way. Woohoo! Okay.
Yep, beat Ohio.
It's a game I couldn't make it to, so I'm at home. Okay. Nobody's in the house. I'm all alone. And there's probably about 5 other games on that day that I can watch.
Okay.
And probably 3 of them are really good teams that are ranked. Okay.
Sure. No foul yet.
Okay. Are you trying to tell me that if I sit and watch those games that I have to hate watch?
No, you don't have to hate watch, but you can't. You can watch other football. 100% allowed. Nobody's saying you can't. You just can't like other teams.
Well, what if I see something that I'm like, oh, this team's actually pretty good, and I listen to the interviews, like,
then
whenever it's halftime. I can't help it. I do. And then
Raji says you can watch. You just can't cheer. Melissa says no cheering.
This is the same person who went to Big Ten Media Days and got lulled in by PJ Fleck. So
and Kirk Ferentz. You're like, oh, he's such a nice grandpa.
Oh, he's such a nice grandpa, and he's got the sins of mankind written across his face. It's like, no, it's just terrible.
Oh my gosh. You guys, how could you watch How could you watch Fernando Mendoza, any of his press conferences, and not be like, this kid is a saint. He's angelic. He's amazing.
No, he's fine. I just doesn't mean that I got to go be his best friend on Facebook or something. I'll watch teams. I appreciate good football, but for me, I'm the reverse. I watch every other game of the good teams, and then I get irritated because we're not even close to that. So then I shut it off and I go outside and do something productive with my life. That's what I do. Or I just drink till I can't feel feelings.
I have children who are very demanding, and I'm lucky to get to watch the Husker game. So when the Husker game's over, I'm putting on Scooby-Doo or something else, or taking them to the park, or just anything that, because I get to watch the football game, the Nebraska football game, and that's all. That's my allotted screen time for the weekend.
That should be mine, but my kids are older.
I'm impressed by some of the teams. I think I texted you guys like during the playoffs, like Ohio State and Indiana, that game, or Ohio State and Miami and Indiana. It looked like NFL as far as the line play and things like that. So I appreciate that part of it, but you'll never get me to be like, yeah, I mean, I'll root for one team over another, but in college, I can't have a secondary team. I can't. NFL,
that's what I mean. What you just said, that's actually what I meant. I'm rooting for one team over another. Never, ever, ever. I mean, obviously, Huskers here, any other team way down here, right?
I'm uncomfortable with the fact that they're even on the graph. It should be Huskers here and no other teams, not Huskers here and every other team down here.
Oh my God.
Well, Huskers and the quarterback on the other team said something nice once, so he's awesome, and they're awesome too. I get your point, Minnie. If
Thank you.
I'm in the middle of it, you can kind of do what you do, but I also agree with Greg. I root, but also part of my problem is I've got to the point where I was hate watching more than just watching to enjoy. I'd watch Notre Dame to hope they'd lose, watch Miami to hope they lose, watch Texas, and it was like, and that's a waste of 3 hours of your life. So it's like, I'll watch a Bama versus somebody important game or a rivalry game maybe, but I just steer clear because it's sad if the teams are good, because it makes me realize how far we got to go. And I could never be like, oh, I'm going to be a Ducks fan because that's cool right now. Like, never, ever.
Is that cool? Is that the cool thing to do right now? Be a Ducks fan?
No, it was. It'll probably be again if they get like really, really good, just like anything else.
Okay, just out of curiosity, and then we'll get the show started.
I thought it'd start with Laura.
Not yet.
Name your 20 minutes in.
I don't understand. You remember when Dylan had that the coming
problem?
When he had his coming out pictures that he had signed with Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there with these toxic boxes, right? I think they're green.
Our former head coach ran into that a couple times, I believe. But no, I know what you're saying. You looked like you've been hazmat.
Toxic, like poisonous. What was that? I don't understand. I don't get it. It was
because it's a double meaning, because he's toxic to wherever he goes. And then they thought it would be cool, but maybe that's like his power serum or something. It's some kind of like high C, green apple or something that he drinks before he loses a toe. I don't know.
Wow.
It was supposed to be edgy and cool, but to me, the whole thing was stupid because it just shows #committed for how long. He has time to, and I'll get off the soapbox and quit complaining. But again, the man had time to go there, shoot a whole photo shoot in various gear, in various sets with his whole family, but didn't have time, last I saw, to even say anything about, I really appreciated my time at Nebraska. Inexcusable. So, let him go, and he'll leave there and he'll go somewhere else in another year. And Ninja Turtle.
Two things that, but jump in here. I've had this comment up from Kenny for a while because we mentioned Scooby-Doo. New Scooby-Doo or the real Scooby-Doo. I don't want to offend anybody with what I'm about to say, but Robert, one of the twins, when he wants to watch Scooby-Doo, he wants to watch the really, really old Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
So I apologize again if anybody feels attacked. You can blame my almost 5-year-old son. And then Andrew Curtis says, "Wow, shade thrown at Apple High C." I was actually thinking of like the Ecto Cooler High C.
That's what I was thinking of. Damn it. Yeah, you're right. That's the one. I bet if Dylan bled it, that would come out, or a little bit of Raising Cane's special sauce.
Raising Cane's is. I don't want to get into that again. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for the sauce. Raising Cane's is garbage.
Had it once, wasn't impressed. Okay, Minnie, where are we headed next?
Okay.
Here's the ship. Row the boat, as your Fleck would do.
How about this? Do we want to talk about now we actually do have a special teams coach? Dual
Let's do it.
special teams coaches?
Go for it.
I mean, do you guys know what's going on with Husker football, or is this just, are we turning off everything?
No, Myers the coach and Humphreys is like the assistant.
Yes.
And the other one left to go coach high school.
Which I was concerned about because Josh Martin has been here a while, right? He coached tight ends when we had that one tight ends coach who got busted for DWI, and then he had to go back to Texas and because he lost his job here. And so he was our tight ends coach that one year.
Who?
Josh Martin.
Oh, okay. Okay, Martin. Okay. Forgot about Martin. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I was thinking you said Mar.
No. So then he also helped with special teams. He helped with other things. And I was like, oh, great. Now we're losing assistants. But Rhule had nothing but positive things to say about him. Plus, he went back down to Texas to Liberty High School, which is wonderful for us because there's that connection with Texas, which we need high school students. So I think it's actually going to work out just fine for Nebraska.
And it sounded like, I didn't know the timeline, but it sounded like the decision had been made that the Martin guy wasn't going to be the guy. But also beforehand, I had heard that he was going to be the guy, or that's what people projected. So I don't know where that changed, but he was definitely not going to be the guy. He was going to be one of the other two. So whatever that would have paid versus, I hear they pay big money for some of those high-end college, high school, almost college teams down there in Texas. He's probably going to be making solid money, and then he can write his own ticket from there versus being a secondary assistant to an assistant on the, special teams here at Nebraska. So after all that, I don't feel like it's a horrible loss. It just, if you're on the outside and you don't know anything and you see that this guy leaves here to go coach at a high school, optically, because people look at headlines, then they don't know.
What is it with Roger Moore? He's a little instigator. Moving on now, crickets. This is big news.
Roger Moore is like a hurry up offense kind of a guy. I think he'd like it if we ran the Oregon.
Come on. Get on with it. I actually am. Oh,
there's Minnie's friend that wanted to quit podcasting with her.
Hey. That's not nice.
I knew that would get Greg.
Guys.
And Minnie was nice to her, Greg. So what does that say about us? I just,
It's true. Glutton for punishment.
Oh my goodness. I love
Hi,
her.
Doreen. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We love you, Doreen.
Thanks, Doreen.
You're not doing it.
All right. Matt
so
Rhule's ingrown toenail.
Let's talk a little bit about.
It's not doing it anymore.
He handled kicking and punting his 2 years as a Husker. I mean, he was Husker his whole career, but he didn't really get the gig until Alex Henry graduated. Had extra points. He was 102 of 103. He was 39 of 50 for field goals. And he punted 120 times for over 5,000 yards, averaging 43.2 yards per punt. He went on to play. Of course, he was undrafted, a bit of a journeyman for a decade in the NFL. Undrafted, but played for the Jets, the Cowboys, played in the CFL, played for the Browns, the Jets and Cowboys again, Washington, Houston, Arizona, New Orleans, Dallas, Denver, and the Los Angeles Rams. Spent a lot of those years on the practice squad, but has been coaching now with Nebraska. This is going to be his, I guess, third year because he started in 24 as a special teams consultant, and now he's the special teams coordinator. So
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't follow every special teams coach everywhere, but I don't know. Normally, they don't ever call, like, if a guy was a kicker, they would call it out. Like, this guy was a kicker, and they never really do. So to me, that's kind of unique. And I think he set some records for the Cowboys and something for 60-yard field goals in the NFL and a couple other things.
Yeah, he had a 63-yarder. He kicked or completed, rather, I don't know, it's a weird thing, was good. Converted 79.9% of his field goals. The longest being 63. He attempted 149 extra points, made 141. I do believe that as he was one of his tenures with the Cowboys, I don't know, he made like the NFL films or like the not top 10 for some kind of boneheaded extra point attempt or something like that. But yeah, I mean, like Rostovsky says, he knows how to handle elements in Memorial Stadium. He won us the Rutgers game
when he had Buschini punting in a certain way with the win that they had.
That's right. Where the hell was he when we were punting to the wrong side of the field against Michigan State? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we could have used that and a lot of other things with Foley, but it's neither here nor there. Or no, that was Frost. Either way, abomination. I like it. I like the little things as far as the elements and all that. That's great. How the stadiums work. And if they actually, that process is in place that Eckler had, and they keep that for the rest of the special teams, as far as the coverage and the blocks and things.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like other people have said, there's going to be a shit ton of scrutiny on special teams now that Eckler's gone. If there's any slight hiccup, people will freak out. I just want it to be nearly as good as last year. That's all we got to have. Just not a big drop off. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
We don't want to revert back to what we were. We've got to take.
Cannot have a special teams
we
coach
got to
that shows
take.
any.
Greg, go first.
Ladies first. Because I feel like I interrupted her that time.
You did. Thank you for noticing.
Toughen up. Good Lord, Greg. Anyways, sorry, Minnie. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead, Greg.
I say, as long as we have a special teams coach that doesn't show any emotion or passion on the sidelines and doesn't try to tackle his head coach, he should have a job here next year.
Yep. Can't knock backwards hat Matt down. That's a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
he'll get back up again. Okay.
Chumbawamba rule.
I was just going to say, we had a taste of greatness with our special teams. I mean, it was the one bright spot that did not fail us at all. Kyle Cunanan, if my memory serves me right, he missed 3 field goals throughout the entire season. Amazing. So that, along with, the returns that we were able to do, really nice. We barely got to see our Australian punter, which I loved. And it just seemed like we had that gusto in the special teams. So we've tasted greatness and we will not go back.
You know what pisses me off?
What?
Kyle Cunanan, you're right. 3 missed field goals, 16 for 19 for the season, 84.2%. But what pisses me off has nothing to do with Kyle Cunanan. By the fact, why in the last 3 years, so basically the Matt Rhule era, we have not attempted a field goal under 20 yards. And we've lost some games by just a couple of points. And it infuriated me then, and it still pisses me off that when times early in the game when we could use points, we try to be cutesy and go for it on 4th down instead of taking the damn points. Kyle Cunanan, 0 for 0 from 1 to 19 yards out.
Can I just say something, Greg?
Is it going to make me feel any better?
Does Greg have a choice?
Fred, whose side are you on here?
I'm the referee. I forgot my shirt, but, it's okay.
Jeez.
Thank you, Fred. You know where your bread is buttered.
Matt Rhule has been questioned in press conferences regarding those types of things. And he says, quote, "The metrics say to go for it. That's why he goes for it."
Well,
you can't argue with that.
I can. Not arguing with you, but with his thing on the metrics. And the metrics say yes, but the metrics should also tell him at some point the plays that he runs, the people that he has executing the plays ain't going to get it done. It's like been abysmal for some of those. And it's like, I'm all for going for it too. Metrics or not. I like you got balls, you go for it. But my God, some of the inexplicable.
You got to go for it.
Of course. But the things that he calls and the people he has running it shows that he doesn't have a true grasp on maybe the personnel or the team or whatever. And he just runs some of these plays that suck, like, oh, we're going to trick them by running up with Harburg at quarterback, but then we're going to run a jet sweep or a shovel pass. And some of the play calls even are not bad, but we can't execute them. So at some point it's like, fuck it, call your losses, kick the field goal. It's tough. Because I struggle with it. I want to go for it, but then I know that we can't get it. Greg, you in the back.
Husker Bob. Brilliant as always. Aggressive ain't always smart. The metrics that count are team with more points win.
Boom.
And Double O Dana says, I prefer the English measurement system over metrics. That's right. We didn't win no damn world wars to worry about metric.
Yeah. Fuck that system. I don't even know how it works. Makes me angry.
Okay. Again, I don't know why I'm sticking up for Rhule.
I don't know why.
But I feel like I kind of need to in this situation.
Okay. Do it.
Again, what Rhule would say is, we practice this. We know what we're supposed to do. It just takes one guy doing it one time, and that gives you the confidence to keep doing it in games. So you gotta have confidence in your guys. You gotta have confidence in the fact that you've practiced it. Why it has not come together for us in a game, who knows? But it will one day.
Would it be the worst thing in the world against Michigan at home to score 3 points on your first drive and then let your defense feast? Instead, I go back to the Friday night game a couple of years ago in Champaign. It was Rhule's first season. And Illinois is on their, home turf, and they're driving, and Nebraska makes a goal line stand. And there was a palatable, change in the energy in that stadium because they couldn't get the ball in. They did exactly what Matt Rhule's been doing ever since. They're going for it in what you might think is high percentage opportunities, but if you don't convert on that, you are putting yourself. You may think that you're putting yourself behind an energy 8-ball because Nebraska went down and scored. Heinrich Harburg, by the way, and the energy, the momentum was firmly on Nebraska's side the rest of the night. And that's what happened in Nebraska so many times this past season. Like at some point, you just got to suck it up and take the damn points and get the early lead.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap about the metrics.
Yeah,
I want points on the scoreboard because points on the scoreboard equal wins.
No, you're right. I mean, I don't know if it would have made a difference against Penn State, but again, march down the field, do all we did. Don't score. And you knew when we did not score, they were going to march right back down the field. You talked about the palatable change in energy in the stadium. Same deal. Penn State knew they were going to go down and score. They did. We knew they were going to, and it was over. And it's like you said, the energy 8-ball. It's not like Carl Pelini energy 8-ball, but like it's a different football one. And yeah, I mean, I could see both sides of it. Then we kick the field goal, and then we still, then something else happens. But yeah, at some point, maybe break the cycle and just try it. Just try it, by God. Try to do something a little different than the other team knows that, it's 4th and 2 inside of whatever we're going to go. And then we do it, and then we, just shit the bed after, because each time we've done it in a lot of the games, we've suffered. So
can I just ask you guys one question?
Sure.
I'm sorry. This conversation is making me ill because it makes me feel like you're okay with settling for mediocre. It's what mediocre teams do. They can't score. So it reminds me of Northwestern. They'll just keep kicking field goals because they can't ever score. Is that us? Are we that? Put your hand down.
I have to. I don't want to
interrupt. Put your hand down and sit down, Greg.
Go next, Greg. You answer first. I'll just sit here and wait.
Okay. So in that line of thinking, being mediocre by...
Thinking?
By what?
Did you say thinking?
No, I said in that line of reasoning.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Mediocre by kicking field goals versus, you said, versus going for points. But we didn't get any points. So mediocre is better than dog shit. Am I wrong? Like, what is worse? 3 points or 0 points? Because one of these scenarios we score points, and the other
what I'm hearing you say is we want to be Northwestern.
No, we don't want purge masks and guys rubbing up against each other in the shower. And Northwestern, you know what though? Northwestern and Minnesota, teams that have a lot lower heart. He said thinking. Greg did actually, and I tried to gloss over it, but no, he did. But maybe Greg was watching some Bob Diaco stuff before this. But yeah, it's like the reckoning, but it's the thinking. But yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, Northwestern is mediocre, but also they can somehow eke out those rock fight wins. Minnesota, Tony Lashing, don't see him, but they are mediocre too. But they can also eke out those wins because they sometimes do the smart thing. I applaud it. Every time it's 4th and short, my mind says go for it. But we've got a proven track record that we just can't do it. And at some point, take the points, get the fuck out of there. And you see sometimes you score the field goal and the guys run out the field. Okay, we got our 3. They don't run out downtrodden like, fuck. They're probably bummed out that we didn't get the touchdown, but at least kick the field goal. Okay. Live to fight another day. Yeah,
did you guys
there's 2 ways to see it. I get it, Minnie. Mediocre is one thing, but at some point we got to.
I get what you're saying, Fred. While you were saying this, there was a light bulb, literally. I'm surprised you guys didn't see it go off in my head. Boom. That's why we fired our offensive line coach. I believe this whole situation started with him getting fired because our offensive line couldn't get us 4th and short. We couldn't convert. And I really believe that is the key right there. and
Okay.
it falls on the offensive line coach. Yes,
Greg.
Greg in the back.
Hoodie in the back.
So if the offensive line coach was the problem and you knew that in September, why are you still trying to go for it on 4th and short in November and not kick the field goals?
I mean, to be fair,
To be
he
fair,
he did get Pritchard ready. He did get Pritchard ready to play.
Who's Pritchard?
Pritchard.
Man, Elijah
actually had skill. It just took him time to straighten his head out.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he couldn't do anything. There's no apologetics that could make Donovan. But like you said, though, Rhule should have known at some point the line ain't going to execute. But it was all the things, though. It was the way the plays called, the way the guys moved. There was a lot of things, yeah. And it's still on Rhule. Like
Andrew Curtis is saying a lot of smart things tonight. He says it's still on Rhule. If he knew the offensive line coach is bad, then he should have stepped in or fired him sooner. So,
yeah, I mean, that was an issue since 2023, really. I mean, come on now. Like
2022.
Yeah, and we kept him because we wanted to get St. Dylan and his brother, and it set us back as a program 2 years. So hard lesson for Rhule. And I said hard twice in a row. Yes. Babalade is going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Roger Moore.
Iowa takes the points. Yes.
Iowa always takes the points. They're disgusting.
And what also did they do? They always beat us. So womp, womp.
They're disgusting.
Yeah.
And I actually I now have a good friend that's an Iowa fan. Well, I mean, fairly good friend. I know it's weird.
Good of a friend can an Iowa fan be? Like,
I have no idea.
Can an Iowa fan be?
I don't know. She is not saying anything bad about Nebraska, and I'm not saying anything bad about her team.
Is she watching the show tonight?
She might be. I don't know.
Oh, don't you think that she would like text you or take a screenshot and send it to you or say something in the comments?
My friends that watch the show.
I'm here.
Time out for me.
You're so great. You guys are so dumb.
Melissa fits right in because we know her. But to some girls, and I get this a lot because believe it or not, I watch other football teams' podcasts and YouTube shows.
I do too sometimes just to say how, like, honestly, don't mean to interrupt, but I'm doing it anyway. How scattershot disorganized we are. We had a 3-way call yesterday just to talk about the title, and a couple weeks ago when I was Dylan, we didn't. Yeah, fix that. Beetle B's right. But it's like,
don't let me distract you, Fred. You were going to say something smart.
I'm just saying how scattershot we can be. And then I look at other people's shows and they allegedly have high production values and do all kinds of cool stuff. And they're trash. They're just trash. And it's like, they don't have imagination or color.
Are you saying we're as good as that trash?
No, we're better than the trash. I would never say we're as good as trash. I mean, good Lord. I would not hang out with trash. If this was trash, I wouldn't be here. So you're welcome.
That
might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You ever get.
Big hugs. Big hugs.
Anyways, back to Tony. No, we didn't be
I forgot what I was saying before you interrupted me, Fred.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go on soliloquies and wreck things. It'll come back to you. Then you can interrupt Greg and the cycle continues.
I'm going to interrupt you in a second.
I don't care.
You say that now. If you don't stop her on the first interruption, then 18,000 later, you're gonna be like, here we go again.
No, when you disregard it, their powers are useless. So it's like,
you have to establish firm boundaries.
Greg said
stand up and say, you're not going to interrupt me. I didn't do that after the first time, and here we are, 18,000.
Greg does that in the mirror every morning.
And I know.
On Thursday, it just doesn't pan out.
That's right.
This is what I was going to say is, so Melissa feels comfortable like chatting with people, and she knows that people will chat back, and she's very welcome. It's kind of awkward if you're kind of like saying something for the first time, especially as a girl, if you use your name.
Your Iowa. Oh, you were talking about your Iowa friend and
Yeah.
how they may or may
that's
not
what I'm
watch the
saying.
show. And
So if there are any females here, ever, you're welcome to chat, and we will welcome you. Right, guys?
It's a safe space. I mean, we tolerate Minnie.
this is true.
And we love Melissa and Kaylee if she's
Oh,
watching.
Tony, I love it. You're not trash. Fred's Valentine card to Greg and Minnie. That was my Valentine card back in like kindergarten when you had to put them in everybody's little boxes on their desk. You're not trash.
Oh, Andrew Curtis says the one caveat. I forgot. Only if they like Nebraska. But like, you don't have to love it. You don't have to love Nebraska football. You can just like, I don't know, kind of like it and still chat with us.
We're good people. Look at these trusting faces.
We got a Minnesota fan here who I've made a lot of PJ Fleck jokes, and Tony keeps coming back. You know, he doesn't take offense. He's good people. He's like us. He can take a shot. God knows we've taken enough shots from everybody else. So it's like, yeah, it's a pretty open group as long as you're not just a monster.
Faces in the room with us. Yeah, they are. Kaylee's been listening, just taking care of kids in the background. Yeah.
Oh, she has.
So have I, Kaylee. So have I.
I was going to say, that's all I do here.
Crush up a little melatonin and put it in their orange juice. It'd be good. I don't know that for a fact. I just have a pretty good idea.
Between you and Minnie, it's like tonight I'm like the normal one. It's like the Polynesians and the crushing up drugs and
whoa,
good Lord.
Whoa. Yeah. Don't let me in with that crowd.
It's a scary day when I'm the, sensible one, but enough of that. Where were we going? Minnie's talking about her Iowa friend. She's welcome anytime. We'd appreciate it if she'd show up to see if she's real.
We're not sure she exists because right now we're just going.
Are you guys saying that I have make-believe friends?
It's a Manti Te'o girlfriend situation, possibly until we see her. So Manti Te'o.
I don't think Minnie was following college football back when that was the story. Are you familiar with Manti Te'o? Do you know who that is, Minnie?
No.
God. Oh man, that'd be a story. Oof, Minnie, you'd love that. Look it up when we get done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great story. Manti Te'o, Notre Dame girlfriend. Look it up.
Why? Is this make believe?
I don't.
It was.
It's funny that you use those particular words. I just
Tiger Shark. No, I don't snort Ambien. Not anymore.
I love make believe.
I found a sponsor.
Anyways.
All right. So where are we going next, kids?
Okay. Well, did we finish?
Where's our format?
Did we finish the special teams conversation?
I thought we finished the conversation a half hour ago.
We killed it. Literally. It was
okay.
The town, right, Fred?
If you like, I mean, because we are going to talk about basketball here in a second. We can talk about how Nebraska is going to be adding 151 scholarships. Did you hear this?
Tell me why.
Why? I have no idea why.
Never do that again. Gee, literally, I felt a pain in my chest. Fuck.
I did that just for the reaction, Fred.
Well, thank you for ruining my evening. So, anyways, 100 and however many scholarships. They're all going to football. We're all going to fuck them up. Probably.
Flag football.
Where do you think they're going?
Husker Chuck says flag football.
24. 24 to flag football.
Okay.
Apparently, now they're going to give the entire baseball team scholarships.
It's about time.
Right?
Whoop.
It looks like they're adding, let's see.
I think it was a breakdown of,
women's get more.
It sounded like that at first, but then I saw another breakdown that it was like 1 or 2 more for men, but I don't know. But I think like football, like the big 3, whatever the big 3 would be for Nebraska, get the lion's share, from my understanding.
What's the big 3?
Flag football.
I do know. I do know wrestling.
Track and field.
What? Okay, here's what you get. Basketball has 15. Beach volleyball is getting 19. Bowling 11. Do you guys really want me to go through this?
Yes.
Beach volleyball for Nebraska has more than basketball.
This is going to be almost as exciting as my top 25 rivalry game names.
I won't do that to them. No.
I enjoyed that actually, because I think that was good. I think that kept Minnie on for longer than when she had to pee or something, if I remember right. I'm sorry for the weird beer face. This is not the beer I thought I signed up for. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay, so continuing. Okay. Cross country 17, flag football, I'm sorry, it's 25. Well, we have already given one of them away. And golf 9, gymnastics 20, rifle 12, soccer 28, softball 25, swimming and diving 30, tennis 10, track and field. What?
I would just say tennis being 10 is very on point. 10 is on point.
Very true.
Oh, God.
Track and field 45 and volleyball 18. The men's sports will have approximately 80% of the maximum allowed scholarships. And baseball's 34, basketball 15, cross country 17, golf 9, gymnastics 20, football 105. Yeah, that's the lion's share right there. Tennis 10, track and field 45, and wrestling 30.
Oh, that's a good number for wrestling because, gosh, off the top of my head, that at least gives you like almost 2 deep. I don't know how many. I said 2 deep. I don't know how many guys there are on, but yeah, that's close. That's good for wrestling. Bowling wins championships. They deserve all that and more. They do. Them and the rifle team are like killing it. Like not literally, but figuratively and literally.
Yeah. Okay. What Andrew Curtis says, baseball should benefit the most with the Big Ten being horrendous in baseball outside of the West Coast teams. Plus, if we are able to pay for all those players to go to school and possibly, get NIL deals on top of that, geez, they're making bank at Nebraska compared to other schools.
And Rostovsky says volleyball having 18 instead of 12 is a lot of people to make happy.
Ooh. So. Well, this is actually a great thing, right?
Yes.
For Nebraska.
Well, except there are some little scuttlebutt in the chat.
About?
Roger Moore says chess. And Husker Chuck says no chess scholarships. Outrage.
Yeah. No kidding. I didn't know. Do we have a chess team?
I don't know. The tic-tac-toe team is pissed, according to Tony.
I'll be right back.
What? Wow, she's just gone, Fred.
I had a whole bunch of things I was going to, and it's like, now I just lost my train of thought.
Should we talk about all the serious topics before she gets back, you think?
Please do. Let's get it done with. We got probably 2-3 minutes. Go, Greg. Go.
It was announced today, Fred, and this is a drastic change of topic, but it was announced today that a former Husker appears to finally be receiving his invitation to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio.
Yes.
That would be the one and only Roger Craig. Here he is in his Nebraska playing days. And here he is, a stalwart, a 3-time Super Bowl champion with the San Francisco 49ers. What part of what the hell's the word I'm looking for, Fred?
San Francisco treat. What?
No, the I can't. When you have a dominant run, I'm so disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed too. What the hell are you talking about?
The English language escaped me for a minute.
What were you leading to get to that point, to that word of the title?
Just the a run like the champion run that the Niners had, what you would call our dynasty. Good Lord.
Yes.
Part of the 49ers dynasty there, along Joe Montana, Bill Walsh.
Verisimilitude. Yes.
Hi, dynasty. Everybody's smarter than me. Thank you, guys.
Many watched Dynasty and Falcon Crest, but no, he was huge back in the day. Huge. There was a point I remember as a kid, he and Rathman both had, like, you could see the little nameplate on his face mask above it. They had Huskers on theirs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, it was cool. So that was that tie to that team. And to see him finally get in after all this time, it's phenomenal. I don't know what happened, what kept him out. There have been so many other running backs that were really good that made it in. But like I was, you talk about secondary teams, Minnie. In the NFL, my teams were the Bears and the Broncos. And especially that Broncos run, I was a Broncos fan way before they won their Super Bowls, but Terrell Davis was great for that little run, but his career was like 6 years.
Yeah.
And he made the Hall of Fame for 2 Super Bowls. Like, fucks that, you know, and Marshall Faulk really liked him too. But this guy was the original 1,000 receiving, 1,000 rushing. He was the hybrid for what every running back ever became because of the West Coast offense, and didn't get it.
Not only that, he was the first player ever to score 3 touchdowns in a Super Bowl. Did that in Super Bowl 19, January of 1985, so 41 years ago, in the 38-16 victory over the Dolphins. And first in NFL history to run and receive for at least 1,000 yards. The same seed did that the following year, 1,050 yards on 214 carries, and 1,016 yards on 92 carries, and a team high 15 touchdowns. Here's a fun, since you mentioned him and Tom Rathman, do you know what the nickname was for that duo?
No.
The cornfield backfield.
Ah.
So
I did not know that. That's awesome. Minnie, comments, thoughts, questions?
She was barely alive when he was playing.
This was before my time, as you guys well know. So thank you for
I get it.
Thank you for your service, Roger Craig. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I get Rostovsky, I get it, but it's like overall, Roger Craig was the trailblazer. They're always looking for the guy that did the first thing or whatever, and it's like he should have been long before Davis and a lot of the other guys. So that's my thing, you know.
He's one of only 3 running backs ever to record 100 receiving yards in a Super Bowl. So, and he only caught 16 passes for Nebraska. So
we didn't really throw to the backs back then. So yeah, that's legit. Makes sense, but it shows his talent because he could become that in the NFL. And Bill Walsh, you know, awesome offense. Yeah, great. So happy finally that he's in, you know.
So I know somebody mentioned in the comments that Roger Craig played fullback at Nebraska so that Mike Rozier could get some time on the field as well. And Craig is the only player to be voted to the Pro Bowl as both a fullback and a halfback. So,
wow.
So quite a career, and it's honestly, I think it's shameful that it's taken, gosh, 35 plus years since his retiring, or since his playing days were over, for him to finally get the call.
Minnie, thoughts?
Moment of silence, actually. I think that's impressive. I do.
No, Minnie's like, oh, he's no Ramir Johnson,
No, I'm not saying, I'm not even thinking that. Guys, you have to realize the only thing I can go off of are books and history that I know, talking to like Fred, talking to you, talking to Husker Chuck, and others that have been so kind to be on the show. Anybody that wants to come on the show, especially on Monday nights when we get that back going. I love to hear the stories of like when we were a powerhouse, but that's all I have to go off of. So I have reverence for it. I do. I just I don't have a whole lot to connect what I know to it,
I'm just joking, Minnie. It's okay.
Back in the day when I played Tecmo Super Bowl, like Bo knows, I didn't play as the Raiders. I didn't play as, but I played as the Niners. It was either the Niners and Roger Craig or the Giants and Dave Meggett. There we go. That's the only other pop culture reference I'm choosing to make tonight is Tecmo Super Bowl.
Okay. Well,
Minnie's like, what's a Tecmo Super Bowl?
What's a Bo Jackson?
What's a Nintendo?
I'm not even going there. Okay.
What's a video game?
What's a TV? We know you grew up in a log cabin, Minnie. It's okay. And
okay.
You didn't get satellite until Tanner Morgan was quarterback or whatever that guy's name was. And yep.
Okay.
Tanner Lee. Well, first, don't forget. No, first it was Tommy Armstrong, the Ohio State.
Yeah, Tommy Armstrong. Sorry.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to talk about how we lost to Illinois in basketball?
Yeah, that's again quite a departure, but yes.
Well, I mean, are we ready to shift gears from football to basketball?
I feel like you are.
I am.
I can't wait to talk about basketball.
That's how you know that Minnie's getting ready to close the show. 3 minutes of basketball, and then it's time to go.
Like 45 seconds of, yep. Let's roll it.
I hate to say this, but I watched again.
Yeah.
And we got our second loss.
Yeah.
So 2 games. I'm 2 for 2 this season.
I think you're done, right?
I know. I probably shouldn't watch anymore, but I can't help it. What else am I going to do?
Not watch?
Rank Mast was still under the weather. I think
ailing,
dehydrated. Same with the Michigan game, and Prater was. I mean, he had 20-something points, I think, but it's just getting the conditioning. When you're, even if you miss just 1 or 2 games, you have to kind of get your court legs back under you. I believe it or not, I'm not terribly worried. Though I think, we talked about this a couple weeks ago when we had, I don't remember if it was Washington before the Washington game or before the Minnesota game, but it's like be great to win 4 out of your next 5, but you should at least win 3 out of your next 5. And, we beat Washington if we're going back that far. Minnesota, we beat. We lost a close game to Michigan when we couldn't buy a bucket there at the end. And we lost at home to Illinois. I think the fact that losing at home stung more, but Illinois is a damn good basketball team. I don't like to give them their flowers because I live in the state, but they're very capable. And then we go on the road this weekend. We are at Rutgers, and then we're back Tuesday at home against Purdue. Purdue's going to be another big matchup. I think
we only have 2 days of rest.
Yes, Sunday, Monday.
Mm-hmm. Well, 1 day of travel, basically. Wow.
No, it's an 11:00 game.
Okay, Saturday.
So they'll get back on Saturday night.
Okay.
I say like weather permitting and things like that. So they have Saturday, Tuesday, and then Saturday the 14th and Tuesday the 17th. But that it's away, home, away. So
Okay.
Rutgers on the road, Purdue and Northwestern at home, and then Iowa in Iowa City on Tuesday the 17th. So, but
Okay.
I mean, look, this is still a super exciting team, and especially when they're at full strength, they are a contender, and it's going to be a lot of fun down the stretch. I'm super excited.
No, I think it's yes. I think it's good. They got the loss out of the way. Illinois, I think we had a tough time with them before, so it's like Illinois is not bad.
No, we had to beat Illinois on a buzzer beater.
Yeah,
by Lawrence.
So there you go, and we're not at full strength. Seems like depth is a prop. I have tons of guys out there. So in the Michigan game, I said it last week, it's like it took everything they had to beat us, and we were undermanned, and we were leading at half. We had that dry spell near the end. It's like that happens sometimes. Their momentum swings, and I feel good about them still. Like I'm one that's like, it's fool's gold, it's bullshit. But it's like, no, they're actually really good. They play really hard. They ran into the tougher part of the schedule. Guys are down. What are you going to do? I think this is expected, not, you don't want to expect to lose, but it's not surprising. And I think they'll come back from it just fine. Unlike our football team, who has, Dylan sees, something that makes him upset, and, he pees his pants and we fall apart. And that's how that went. But
we don't have Dylan here anymore.
Thank God for that.
We always need to associate football with the more successful programs at the university.
Yeah, I messed up. I should really.
How about let's talk about basketball and leave it at that. Here's the problem that I have with the law.
Oh, no, he did it. He did the meme. God.
What?
You're 2 for 2 for just ruining my fucking night. God.
What did you do?
He sang again. You missed it, and I'm glad you did, Minnie, because it would ruin your faith in mankind.
Okay. Tell
Greg to stop it next time. Just make him stop.
We had a whiteout for the last game that we played against Illinois, and that broke my heart because the fan base is getting so excited that we had a whiteout. We didn't pull it out for them.
And he said, "Pull it out."
Stop it.
And then stop it after that. I'm so confused.
This is the Fred from the comment section.
It's getting late. I've had a long week. That's what you get. I'm sorry.
Rostowski said that basketball was doing good until the football team got their stank all over the court with the dunk contest.
That's true. Somebody said that. Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. Yes. How did the dunk contest go even? I didn't hear about it because I remember
it was Quinn Clark.
Yeah, I think Quinn Clark won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. He's tall, athletic. But yeah, oh man. Yeah, great comment. Yeah, keep the football team away from him at this point. Good God.
Yeah.
Well, yes, our Achilles heel is our rebounding. It is. And the fact that, I mean, why is it we can't come from behind? Don't turn this into a dirty comment either.
It's on autopilot now, Minnie. I'm just going to let it all happen, just like prison sex and, some of the
Never mind. Strike that question.
Tony says, Tony from Minnesota says, Minnie's bringing this show into the gutter.
No, I'm not.
Tony's from Minnesota.
Minnie did it again. Minnie!
Tiger shark is scared. Oh, wow.
So, anyways, anything
Moving
else,
on,
guys?
though.
Anything else? Anything?
You mean from basketball or
anything at all?
Well, I think we should spend just a couple of minutes talking about the greatness that is Kent Pavelka.
Yes.
Okay.
I have, I think in the last couple of years really grown my appreciation. And part of it's learning his story. Like, he's been the voice of Nebraska men's basketball by and large for what, Fred, almost 50 years?
Yes. Yep.
That's astounding to have that dedication. I mean, we talk about being committed, being loyal. He's talented enough that he could have gone anywhere. But talk about a guy who truly loves the Huskers. And in his tremendous career, from the Ty Lue era, the quality teams that they had in the 90s, to like No Sit Sunday, which seems like forever ago, like the Tim Miles. He thought, I think we all thought Tim Miles was going to be the coach to finally get, Nebraska that tournament game, like the Teran Petaway and Walter Pitchford teams. This is, 20 straight wins, and 24, a national best 24 dating back to last year. It was such, it's been so fun to watch him in his excitement. A lot of people don't know this, but a handful of years ago, we used to have a men's basketball podcast on Coronation called Bangerangs and Daggers.
Oh, wow.
And, it was short-lived. I think they did a couple of seasons, maybe. I think they kind of tapered off in the second season because of life getting busy and kids and things like that. But of Bangerangs and Daggers, as an homage to Kent Pavelka. And what a treat it would be for a guy who's, like none of it. Hey, we're not getting any younger, boys and girls. What a treat it would be for him, for Nebraska to go this year and get that tournament win. And this is a team that looks like they can do it. And not just one tournament win, but go on a hell of a postseason run. What a treat for him that would be.
It's phenomenal. That special we had talked about on the Big Ten Network, profiling Kent, and he was at the Michigan game, but he just talked about it in general, and they showed all the preparation he does in the notebook and all the stuff. And again, if he's been covering it for 50 years, like Greg said, how much time do we all have left? And I liked what he said, because at the end he said when he's at home at a Nebraska game in Lincoln, he's like the conductor of the symphony. The crowd is the symphony. And he said he's on the road, he feels like he's on his own. And we lost to Michigan, and you could just tell that they showed like the despair when he put his head down on the desk, like, God, so it's like, and he knows we're not going to go 35-0, but at the same time, you could just feel how he feels it. And I grew up on him. A lot of other people in the comments were Lyle Bremser people. I was the Kent Pavelka guy for football and basketball. And it's the cliche, you're out doing work on the farm, you're doing things, and you got the radio in the background, and you got Pavelka calling the game. And he said it himself, he paints a vivid picture of what's going on because people aren't there. Nobody uses radio anymore, really, but it's like he still does that. And to see him not be happy about it, or whatever, or feel like he's running out of time, just gets to me, personally, because it's like, I want him to see it, have that success, to feel it, like we all do. And it's not a joke. That's his life. He pours himself into it. So I hope to God we at least win one game in the tournament, if not more, just to do something, just to reward him for all of his time.
Husker Chuck with a great one. I remember, this is a great call. Kent is great. I thought he was dying at the end of the game in Champaign. Yeah, because he says something like, oh, Lord, and he says, oh, I can't breathe, or, something like that. He talk about a guy who lives and breathes. I mean, I think Nebraska sports, but, specifically men's basketball, and kind of lives and dies with every game. He's the first fan, I think. He's the one, like you said, Fred, there's generation who grew up not watching it all the time, but listening to it. And so Kent Pavelka is for you, he's the soundtrack of your Husker youth,
Yeah.
And to have it's a special connection that fans have with the radio personalities, because when you're not watching, we're not able to watch the game. They have to do such a great job of painting that vivid picture. And Kent does it like no other, so I hope I hope that he's with us, from a broadcasting and not retiring standpoint for a number of years, but I hope that he really gets to celebrate something special with this 2025-2026 team.
Amen.
I like what you said about, the imagery of being out on the farm and listening to the radio in the background. I mean, I think that a lot of people here can probably remember those days, remember those times. I mean, I didn't necessarily do that, but I know that is like true to Nebraska football. It's true to Nebraska basketball. So yeah, that would be really wonderful. Hopefully we can do that for him.
I remember too, and this is like kind of meta type of stuff, but when Calvin Jones left early, they took a cut on the radio of all of Kent Pavelka's radio calls of Calvin Jones runs and his calls, and then they set it to Boys to Men, End of the Road.
Oh.
I know. And then think about, last year, and it's like that came up, that hit me when that horrible thing happened, and it was like, good Lord, but it was like you grew up on that, and for me and for a lot of people here, we dealt with football wise all the just never getting it done, and to hear his relief when we were beating finally Miami, and hear the comedy call that he did when we beat Florida, like they were joking, like chomping Tostitos before halftime, because they're like, this is supposed to be a tough game. Him and they're openly mocking it, but the touchdown, Tommy Frazier, we've heard that so many times, and that's so a guy that has provided that much joy and that much color to all of our lives. I would hope to all hell that at least he gets some respect, some respite of that finally after all of his work this season. This is close we're going to get,
Yeah,
he got to get it done. No pressure, Nebraska basketball.
He needs to be rewarded for all the years of heartache. It's time to mend that. So, Kent, I don't know, you're probably not listening, but you are truly loved by Husker Nation and appreciated here by this trio of wisecracking smartasses. So,
not me. I mean, I'm not that, but I do appreciate them.
Like, not me.
I'm better than these two people below me.
That's why we.
You are below me for a reason.
Yep.
So
we're the base of the tripod.
Minnie, anything else that you have for us tonight?
Jeez, I feel like there's so much, but I can't think of it.
There was the offseason and that there wasn't much.
There's always a lot.
We squeezed an hour, 19 minutes out of not a lot, I'll tell you what. So I think we did pretty damn good.
We did okay. We did okay.
She's like, we could be better.
I think we could do much better. And I will expect more out of the two of you next week.
I mean, I came up with the headline. What more do you want?
And I was just here. So
Matt is not even here to appreciate it, or maybe here's everyone's homework.
Fuck, it's the off season. Come on.
I'm not doing any homework.
Okay.
My dog ain't mine.
If you have any ideas for a title for our next show, please let us know. Is that fair? Can we recruit some people's ideas?
Sure. Go crazy.
Yeah, because you had none, Fred.
Literally, I got a phone call as I'm eating dinner. Hey, we need a title for a show. It's like, I said I can't just be funny on command. It's like it takes a moment or two for things to ruminate. I mean, and we don't have a lot going on, and we do, but we don't. I'll do better. I will come up with the title next week. Chat, try it if you want. Go for it. Minnie told you what your homework is.
How are they supposed to turn in their homework?
You know how. Email Greg.
HOOCH3600 @gmail.com.
3600.
Oh shit, Matney just showed up. Now we got to start the show. And Greg named the show the title after him. Oh my god.
Oh.
For you, Mr. Matney.
You missed everything.
Here's to you, Mr. Matney.
You missed.
Many loved you more than you will know.
Whoa.
All right. I think that's it. Any closing thoughts? There's a couple of starred comments. Let's see. Aaron Rostovsky says, and baseball next week.
Husker baseball.
One of those. And you smell like one too.
Well, there is also this little thing that you might have heard of called the Super Bowl this weekend.
Nah.
Okay.
Honestly, I won't be watching.
Husker Chuck says he's been listening since before Kent. And then I think I saw others say kind of the same thing. And Melissa said softball's on ESPN Plus tomorrow.
Is that how Melissa sounds, you think? Softball's on ESPN Plus tomorrow.
I think. Yes, I do.
Wow. I'm seeing a 5-part theater form in my mind as Greg goes falsetto.
Yes. Melissa, you have a beautiful voice.
Fred, that's your homework. You have to write a new 5-part theater. We haven't had a 5-part theater in a few weeks. So, Fred, that's your job for next week.
God, fine. I'll do it. I'll come up with something. And I'll make you guys suffer just because you put me on the spot. So deal with that.
And Go Big Red Capitan says, last home wrestling duels on Sunday Senior Day. Northwestern is coming to town. See you all there.
We will kick their ass. Fuck Northwestern.
Yeah.
But not in the car wash.
Nope. Don't even get in there because then you get fucked.
Yes. I mean, I've never listened to his music, but I'm pretty sure he's kind of a piece of shit.
For me, it's NFL quality of play. I don't care about the teams. I'm just ambivalent. I don't even care about the commercials. We have commercials for NFL commercials now. Like I can't do it. So
yeah, they've kind of like leaned into it, haven't they?
Yeah, I found you've heard of My Dinner with Andre, that old movie back in the day. I found My Dinner with Blassie. It is Andy Kaufman and Fred Blassie having brunch, actually.
Wow.
And it's shot just like that. So I'm going to watch that probably for the Super Bowl. It's like 2 hours. I'll get on my bike. It'll be awesome.
I'll just say this. Personal opinion. I don't think there's been a good halftime show since The Who. And that was like 2010 or 11 or 12 or something like that. So I don't care for hip hop or pop music. I like rock, classic rock. And since they don't put those on anymore, I have no interest in watching the halftime show. Sorry that it's not, the feeding the masses, all you lemmings out there.
Woo, Greg going the lemming route. That's like in my brain, but I didn't say it. Good for you, Greg.
I did.
Fuck the man. Fuck the system.
Overproduced, overmanufactured.
I just asked because guys, the only reason why I asked is because we are sports fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very narrow market, obviously, the sports that we like. So Super Bowl is a big market and we don't care. I don't care either because my middle child asked me, Mommy, since we don't celebrate or do anything for the Super Bowl, can I go to my friend's house because they're having a party? And she doesn't care who's playing. She's not necessarily a fan. She just likes being around sporting events.
Boom.
I hope you let her. I'll say this. I'm still going to eat wings and they'll be delicious. But if I'm kick my feet up and watching a James Bond movie or Lord of the Rings or something, I may be perfectly happy.
What the heck? What did we do wrong?
Roger Moore's ready to go.
All right. He's like, we're out of here. Favorite halftime food? Favorite Super Bowl food? Wings, Greg?
Yeah,
Fred?
wings or any dip.
Yeah, wings or a 7-layer dip, but like really homemade 7-layer, not like from the grocery store trash. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd say wings too. But I don't like necessarily eating wings around other people. You know, hands, and you get dirty. And
Do you prefer saucy nugs instead?
what are saucy
AKA
nugs?
boneless wings?
Oh, I've never had boneless wings.
Okay.
Good
think
Lord. This is just, I don't know what's going on. Anyways.
Tiger Shark
Moving
Diver
on.
says, I'm an American. I'm watching James Bond and eating wings now.
So am I James Bond or are you James Bond, Greg? Unless he's got 2 screens going. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, probably 2 screens.
God damn it. I hope
you're
that
James Bond.
He's watching it on his television, and he's watching us on his phone. And he's eating wings. I don't know how he's doing that. It's a lot of juggling.
Ristovsky asked a few moments ago what your favorite Bond movie is. And he
No,
says,
we're not
Skyfall
talking about James Bond.
and The
No.
World Is Not Enough Guy. So we got Goldfinger.
Goldfinger's mine. Yeah, there you go.
I watched Bond movies with my dad. The very important question was favorite Bond movie. I watched, but I didn't know the names of them because they were just on TNT or USA or whatever the hell cable channel had Bond movies back in the day. So I didn't really know names of Bond movies until Daniel Craig's first one, which was Casino Royale. And I really like that movie. I don't know if it's the Texas Hold'em part of it or kind of the resetting of the franchise. I'm a big fan of Skyfall as well. And just within the last 24 hours, I finished the Daniel Craig series of them with No Time to Die. So, I mean, I'd probably say Casino Royale personally, but that's just me.
What's yours, Minnie? Minnie looks like she's having an aneurysm, so we'll get this over with. Well, they didn't have it at the log cabin. They had no James Bond up there. That's right.
I don't watch James Bond movies. I'm sorry. I don't. Another thing, I knew I should have disappeared, but
it's okay. We're almost done anyways, so
we should be done.
Okay.
I don't know why
That's
we're talking
right.
about James Bond movies. What does that have to do with Nebraska? Anything at all?
We're
Have
talking
they
about
ever
alternate
filmed
Super Bowl
any
plans.
Nebraska? Have they ever filmed a James Bond movie at all in Nebraska? Is anyone from Nebraska ever played in a James Bond movie?
I don't know.
I think Frost was in a Spy Who Tugged Me, if I remember right. I don't know.
Fun fact, Amon Green, the running back for Nebraska, was going to be I want to say a thug or something. He had a small role in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Yes.
But his role was cut. It was edited out. So
no, I'm here. Justin Raji, I'm here for it. I'm just saying. Goodness sakes.
Matt said that Omaha has a Bentley dealer, but we all know that Bond drives Aston Martins. So
yeah, Green was a huge Batman fan, and he had I think he sold it. Didn't he have a really nice Camaro or something, Batman themed? A few years back, I think he sold it. Yeah, big deal it was. Yeah, Green's cool.
One more thing before we go, because I meant to have the picture for it, and I don't. But Fred, you sent me a picture earlier this week of a breakfast pizza that you made.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to make that on Saturday morning. So next week, hopefully I can come back still alive. And
what the heck? This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Matney was in the Marines?
Maybe, or maybe he was just had a buddy who was in the Marines.
Very low key
No,
diminishing
the way
Maggie.
I'm reading that, I had a buddy in the Marine Corps who was I think he was in the Marines.
Matt, we're going to need
Clarify.
some clarification. We're not going anywhere until we know.
If he was a Marine, that makes so much sense.
Wow.
He was.
Oh,
A
look at
certain
this.
amount of pounds ago.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Thank you for your service.
I can't
Gung
see
ho.
it might feel disrespectful and stolen valor, but I'll just thank you, Mr.
Don't
Matt.
steal valor. Nope.
And not just you, but everyone who serves our beloved country. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Husker fans of all ages, we are so happy to once again present to you the 5 Heart Podcast. And for my friends, my colleagues, and my amazing co-hosts, Minnie Hunt, Fred Sacco, I'm Greg Mahochko, reminding you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie.
And go Big Red. And I hope we never talk about James Bond movies ever again.
Don't disrespect Bond, but go Big Red. Husker Crusher. Nil. I'm a donor now.
Oh, no.